like last night when we were with that girl, we felt we wanted to help. We wanted to help this lady, but we were vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, opening ourselves up to this random stranger who could possibly harm us. Boom. It's changing. Parker, we are changing. We're shifting with the times. We're moving together. This is episode number 47 of the podcast, The Rift Unscripted. Welcome back. We are on a move to change for the better, continuing to change for the better. We're trying to, at least in our other content, but also we're going to do it in this content. All right. So if you're watching this, we're kind of doing a rebranding. If you've watched any of our other podcasts, you're probably not the person watching this. Because what do we have? We got like 40 subscribers, which we love you guys. By all means, we love you. We care about you, and we appreciate your support. We really do. Like, for all of you guys that actually have been with us through this whole journey, 47 episodes. If you watch 47 episodes, please comment below because you need some recognition. Maybe we'll just put a name of the person who's just a person per episode that's like here, because we haven't ever had a guest chat.
I think I might remember one. I think there's an AJ White that comments or likes all the videos. Yeah,
AJ White.
I think it's AJ White.
AJ White, dude, we respect you.
If your name's close to AJ White, I'm probably talking about you, and we appreciate you too. I'm just not good with names, all right?
Dude. Okay, no, we really do. Like all of you guys who do watch these episodes, we appreciate it. We're doing our best to continue to get you guys the best content that we can do and the best for that. And so in this podcast, we kind of want to touch on that. We kind of want to figure out what is the Rift? Where do we want to go with this? Because the original idea behind the Rift is it's kind of a debate between each other, dividing each other, but in the end, we're both friends and we're both able to, be together. Because I think a lot of this world, and the way it is it's a division between red and blue. It's a division between black and white. It's a division between left and right. Right? All these things, there's always two, like 1 versus 1. It's 1v1. Why does it always have to be 1v1 though? Why does it always have to be a competition? Like, yes, competition is good, but healthy competition, right? That's why we debate, because like me and Parker, we debate a lot. But a lot of the times, it's not like we're mad at each other. It's just our opinion on things. We're open. I think a bunch of people have those debates as well. But the way media presents it and the way like we look at the world, it's divided.
Most people just debate to win instead of debate to learn.
Exactly. Like, we are open to topics and we will debate for a long time. And do we want to win? Yeah, we would rather be right than wrong. It's a lot better to be right than wrong. But we are still open to the other side because we know and trust each other. And I think nowadays it's getting harder maybe to trust humans, to trust humanity. Like,
you can't trust anything. I saw
isn't that sad?
Something the other day, but it's not even like trust like that. Like, I'm sure you're not even thinking about this yet, but I saw something the other day. It was like one of those like war videos, like a video that's happening somewhere else. Okay. And I don't think it was part of the big war going on right now, but it was just like some from an old war. Yeah. Turns out it was like a AI made video, and it looked real. Like, I swear, I thought it was real. And after I went back and watched it, I saw something where I was like, oh, you can kind of see it's fake right there, but like, dude, everything could be fake.
It could be fake. That's exactly right. And so, is humanity? There's two ways they can go. One is continue to progress and eventually progress into a new species that has evolved with technology. The other side is like the Amish, where you digress and you go back to how we were before technology, right? I think inevitably humanity is going to integrate with technology and a new species is going to be created. That's just how evolution works, right? That's how life works. It continues to evolve and continues to improve. Us as living our lives, how do we want to fully live our own lives? And I guess it's selfish maybe, but selfishly, like, how do we want to spend the lives here is kind of a thought. But touching on like the not being able to trust people, right? a lot of people are getting more that way, and I think that is one of the problems with urbanization and living in close quarters, where people become a nuisance, right? So we were actually last night. So I was with my family. My sister just had a baby, and we were with her with the new baby. It was the first time that we went out to go eat with the new baby. And when we were out, it started raining. It started pouring rain outside. So brother-in-law ended up bringing the car around, and because we didn't want the baby to get all wet when we took it out. So he brought the car around to the back, and we left out the back so we could get in as easy as possible. Well, when we were leaving, we looked over and we saw there was a lady, and she was on the side of the road. She pulled into like the parking lot, kind of, and she was out in the pouring rain, and it was raining hard last night. She was out in the pouring rain, and she's trying to fix a flat tire. And at first we didn't know what she was doing, but then we saw she was trying to fix a flat tire, and the appearance of her was not one to be trusted. Okay, like when you see a person on the side of the road, the appearance, is a beat up car. It just, unfortunately, you kind of start throwing your guard up, and there, like, you want to help. Like, we wanted to help so bad, and we felt bad because this poor lady is by herself. She's trying to fix this flat tire. She's, in downtown. She's getting poured rain on, all this stuff, and I'm like, so. Then we start debating. We have a baby in the car, newborn, and we're like, we don't know what's going to happen. Like, we also didn't have any seats available, so we couldn't take her to a new place. But, like, what if we did? And like before, like if we, for instance, when we're in a small town like Greenwood, right? And you see that, you're going to pull over and you're going to help those people, right? But now that we're in a big city, now that there's a lot of strangers, people will start to become a nuisance. Now, instead of stopping and helping that lady, and like getting out and helping her change the tire, we stopped and we asked her if she knew of anyone that could help her, right? Because we're still genuine, like try to be good people, right? In this world, like that's what we strive to be, is good people for humanity. But getting out of the car, being vulnerable to that person, and going out, like even this lady, it felt like it was too much to risk, which is sad because she probably didn't have anything wrong. She just had a bad day. When we asked her what was going on, she was kind of harsh. Like she didn't seem like a friendly person. And so we didn't want to continue down it. And it's probably because she was annoyed and pissed off because she was getting pouring rain on her, and she didn't have anyone to help her. And she was just annoyed and pissed. And then we come along and are like, hey, do you have anyone to help her? And she's like, no, I don't have anyone. And we're like, all right, well, we hope you find someone. And we were going to get her, and we tried to call, we called roadside assistance to try to get them out there. We couldn't get anyone out there to help. So, hopefully she did. But, for instance, that kind of stuff is like division. Like, that's not what humans should do. That's not what we should do as human beings. Like, we should go out there and help them. And it's just like why do we shift more towards that way?
Where is the line drawn, though, of we should help them and we should be able to help them without being scared? Because,
that's what I mean. Yeah.
You can say we should help them, but at the same time, if you helped her and three dudes hop out the trunk and shake you in the neck and take your purse, well, not your purse, but your family's purse.
Or the baby, newborn baby.
It's I don't know, it's not even being skeptical. It always goes, I'm real big on pattern recognition now.
Yeah? Yeah.
So, people can say, oh, you're being hateful or you're stereotyping. Because... it's a woman on the side of the road, in movies you see, stuff like that, the woman's the bait for
the
whatever.
Bait, exactly. And
so you can say oh, that's something that happens in oh no, it happens in real life. It's not very often, but are you willing to take the risk of it being the off chance that it does happen when you pull over?
And once again, pattern recognition comes from we're in Dallas, Texas. We're in Fort Worth, Texas, right? We're not in small town where there's 2,000 people and everyone knows everyone,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a lot harder to get away with stuff in small town Texas than it is in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's the difference. Because if we were in Greenwood or we were a small town, right, we would have stopped and we would have helped that lady. Because there's less, our pattern recognition shows and tells us that, hey, this person probably is not trying to scam us. She's probably not trying to take our money and take our children and whatever, right? So the pattern recognition then comes of like, okay, let's help because we're genuine people. Around here, you wave at someone and they give you the deadest look where you're like, oh, dude, like I shouldn't have waved at that person. My God. I mean, it is sad because a lot of people a lot of people watching this maybe don't even know what we're talking about. They don't know that like when you're leaving your neighborhood and you wave at someone that typically they'll wave back. Which
I thought you were gonna say like they're from a small town, so they don't know. Like living in a big city, people won't wave back.
Maybe
But
so.
I was gonna say
Both
vice
ways.
versa, like both ways. People.
Both ways. Where those guys in small towns, they're like, yeah, everyone holds the door for a woman.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's not. There's actually a lot of people who don't. Probably the majority of people who don't do that.
No, here yesterday, I went into Panda Express to get some food, right? And I walk in the side door.
Which has abundance of protein, so props.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So I walk in the side door, and I have to like walk around the counter to get to like the front spot where you order.
Yeah.
And so I walk in, and as I'm walking around, like another guy comes in the other door, like, closer to the entrance spot. So now,
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd say I'm closer to like ordering than he is, like walking that way.
Yeah.
He almost hits a dead sprint. Like I'm not kidding. Like I almost even slowed down, so like it didn't seem like I was trying to beat him to the spot because really I didn't care. Like I was
Yeah.
like, if he gets there, whatever.
But he cared.
But he took all he it wasn't even like he tried. He made it obvious that he purposely beat me. I was like, all right, like I was fine with you having, but now it kind of bothered me that he did it on purpose. I was like, people are just freaking like rude here. Like,
No,
like
they
that
are.
doesn't happen. If that happened in where we grew up, like you'd probably be on the Facebook page, somebody talking about you.
Yeah,
Like,
someone calls you out, and because
Yeah.
everyone knows everyone. And yes, that gets annoying, but after being here for a little bit and like seeing this kind of stuff and living in San Diego, right? I like the smaller towns.
no,
I
yeah.
do. Like don't get me wrong. I love being able, for instance, the Rangers in the World Series. They won the World Series, so they're going to be playing right over here. So if we want to, we can go to that game. Are we? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know.
Wait, did
Good.
they win the World Series or did they make it to the
No,
World Series?
sorry, they made it. That's what
I
they're
was
playing.
honestly asking because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought they were in the World Series against the Astros for the longest
No,
time because
no,
I don't
no,
watch
no.
baseball.
Wow.
And then I saw some other team had made it to the playoff. Or
Yeah,
to
the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Diamondbacks had made. I was like, oh, so that wasn't even the World Series.
No, this is the World Series, and so they're here. So we can go to the game, which is awesome. Where a small town, you don't get that. So there's more entertainment, there's more things to do, but that comes with like worse things like waving at a friendly neighbor and they don't wave back.
Getting raced to the line at Panda Express.
Yeah, getting raced to the line of Panda Express, like all those things. And so we don't want this podcast to turn into that. All right, we don't want to be a nuisance. We want you to come here and like feel like there is humanity still in this world, and that we're not selling our souls. That we're going to be authentic to our core and like our beliefs, and everything that we talk about here is going to be real. All right, are we going to talk about crazies, conspiracies that are going to get us canceled and destroyed and off the internet? No, we're not going to talk about that. But we're going to speak our minds.
We might.
And maybe so. We're going to speak our minds, though, okay? And whatever topic comes up, we want to be able to express that with you guys to our core, whatever it is. So then hopefully you can still believe in humanity and hopefully still believe that there is good in this world, because I think the majority of the world is good. I think it just gets negatively affected. And I was going to say, when you're bringing up the Panda Express thing, a lot of times we do remember negative things more than we remember positive things. But how many positive things happen on a daily basis compared to negative things?
See, I don't know. I would say here, like, because like a lot of like stuff like that happens, like
You notice more positive things?
yeah. If for instance I walked in and he was like, "Oh, go ahead," I would remember that. I'd be like, "Whoa, he's freaking nice." Like, I didn't expect that.
Would you have brought up the podcast?
No, I wouldn't have brought it up because it wasn't about like if we were talking about people being rude, I would have been like, dude, actually at Panda Express the other
That's
day,
true.
some dude said
Okay,
this.
okay.
But the issue is that doesn't happen.
That's what I'm saying. So that was my point. Is that I like because I do think that most people are good. That there's genuine good in all people, but do they all like? I find it hard for people to want to show that and like give that to other people. It's like they keep it to themselves and their families only. Like
I think
even
it's because they feel vulnerable that they'll like put it out and it
exactly
won't be reciprocated.
It's like last night when we were with that girl, we felt we wanted to help. We wanted to help this lady, but we were vulnerable and putting ourselves out there, opening ourselves up to this random stranger who could possibly harm us. And so the lack of vulnerability is going to be the lack of humanity, which means the more evolving into technology, which means the destruction of humanity. And so being vulnerable with others, I think you have to do if you want to be good. And so that's why I want to be vulnerable with you guys on this podcast and rebranding into like, yeah, I'm going to say how I feel. I'm going to open up. If it's something that I'm struggling with, then I'm going to let you guys know. Because I want to be authentic and I want to be vulnerable because I think that's the only way that we can truly help and truly be authentic to our core. Would you agree?
Yeah. No, definitely. It definitely is the humility thing of not wanting to be vulnerable and get turned down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
that's it. And it is like our friends and family. We don't want them to watch this because we're not really proud of it because we've honestly been selling our souls with a lot of stuff where we say we're not, but we still do clickbait titles, clickbait thumbnails, all of that stuff. And is it bad? I wouldn't say it's bad. And I don't say, it's not like we're, as far, there's a spectrum, obviously. But we're not giving our all. We're not giving everything that we can, I don't think. And I want to see if we can give more to help you guys. Those few. AJ, we're giving it for you, man.
I really hope it's AJ. I'm pretty sure it's AJ White.
AJ. Well, AJ, if it is you, thanks, man. We appreciate it. Any of you other guys who are still watching here, hit that subscribe button. We're here every Monday and Friday. We're going to continue to be here every Monday and Friday for you guys. We're going to try to make it better and best for you. So we appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.